Okay, good morning, students. Here I'll discuss about the concept of resource. Okay, concept of region. In the previous live class also I have discussed almost all the aspects of a region, even though many of you were not connected. So here I am discussing about the concept of region. Now talking about the region, why we call this paper is Geography of India, and in Geography of India we consider it as a regional study, because to study any subject or especially to study the geography there are two approaches. One is regional approach, another one is systematic approach. Regional approach here means the approach in which all the aspects of a particular area or a region will consider to study. That means when we take all the aspect, I mean physical, cultural, socioeconomic aspects of particular area in total, and when we do study of all those phenomena within a time period, we consider it as a regional study. Whereas the systematic approach is that approach in which you select a particular elements or a phenomena and you do a study of a global level, at a global level, that is known as systematic study. For example, if you take a climate as an element or a phenomena to study its global patterns, that means we are doing a systematic study. Even in Sikkim, if we consider, when you take only a physical aspects of Sikkim to study its regional, it's a district patterns, or I can say in different parts of Sikkim, when you consider in that way, that means you are doing a systematic study. But when you study a Sikkim as a whole, all the aspects of Sikkim, physical, cultural, socio-economic aspects of the Sikkim at a time for a certain period of time, that means that is known as regional study. That is why this is a regional study. Geography of India is a paper of regional study. Now what is region? A region is the position on the earth surface where physical conditions are homogeneous. Regions means an area. It means an area, a position, a location on the earth surface. The concept of region is always linked with space and its spatial dimension, which means that when you think about the region, when somebody talks about the region, I'm from that region, you are from that region, that means region itself indicates that it is a location. It has a locational and spatial linkage. That means it has a space on the earth surface. It is linked with the earth surface. When you talk about the region, you are talking about the location of some area. That means it has a dimension. Spatial dimension means it has spread over the area, over the earth surface. That means region is never separated from the space. It is always a space itself. Okay, so region, the concept of region is always linked with the space, and it has an spatial dimension. It has an aerial extension. When you talk about the northeastern region, that means it has a boundary, it has a aerial extension, it has a size, it has a different composition within that, different physical and your cultural composition. Okay, that is a region. Understood? So the region means a position on the earth surface, and where there is a similar physical condition, or maybe homogeneous in terms of social economic aspects, or homogeneous in terms of only an economic occupational aspects, that is considered as a region. Now, a region can be a part of a district. It can be a part of the state. It can be a state, or it can be a group of a state. Region vanisagda, region can be a small micro region or a very micro region. Your village is a region. When you talk about the macro region, that means in a larger area you are talking about. Macro region may be consist of different states. Two, three states, a combination of the 2-3 states may indicates and give the identity of a macro region. Whereas when you talk about the micro region, you are talking about the village, you are talking about the district. Okay, so the region means it can be a part of village, it can be a part of district, it can be a group of district, it can be a state, it can be a group of states which we call it as a region. For example, your village, a micro label, your meso label, it's your state or a district. When you talk about the in a larger area, larger aspects, or in a high level or a macro region, you are talking about the 2-3 states in a combination. Western region, eastern region, northern region of India, northeastern region of India. That means these are the macro region. Understood? Similarly, region has a location. It has a location. As I already said, it has a location. Whenever you talk or imagine about the region, definitely you will think about its location. Location means latitude, longitude, altitude. That is your location. It has a location. It has a link on the earth's surface. It has a territory, which means it has a spatial dimension. It has a boundary. A region always has a boundary. It can be a physical boundary, it can be a political boundary or administrative boundary. Likewise, region can be studied in terms of similarities and differences. Any region on the earth's surface can be studied in two aspects, in terms of similarities, in terms of differences. We as a northeastern region has a different government has given a different plans for northeastern region, and we consider our eight states as a northeast because we have something connected. We have a physical similarities, we have a cultural similarities, we are located in such a region where we are not similar to that of the in many aspects, not that much similar to the main lines or other areas of India. So that is why we as a group study, it can be studied in terms of similarities. That's why Northeastern Development Fund or a Command Area Development Fund, these are some of the schemes government has separately given to us to uplift the Northeastern region. Similarly, differences, in terms of differences also we can study the region. All regions are not similar at all. There is a certain differences. It has its own uniqueness. That is why region can be studied in terms of the differences. It is different from this region is different from western region of India is different from the eastern region in terms of different aspects, So that is the differences we study. When we compare the two regions, we study the similarities at the same time we study the differences. That then only we can able to differentiate the two area and we can able to see the homogeneity of that particular area or different areas. So that is why region can be studied in terms of similarities and in terms of differences. Now similarly, region bears a similar characteristics and sometimes totally different. Region sometimes consist having a same characteristics in terms of physical, in terms of developmental, in terms of economic, in terms of social aspects. Region may bears a similarities. Say for example, in this similarities example I am giving Himalayan region. We all the mountainous states coming from starting from Jammu and Kashmir to that of the Tripura hills, we all are mountainous states in terms of physical similarities. At the same time, plain peoples, Indo-Gangetic peoples living in the Indo-Gangetic plain from your Haryana, Punjab to that of the Assam, they have geographical similarities. Similarly, a desert people or you can say western side of India, does Gujarat, Rajasthan, they have a different similarities in terms of physical aspects. Likewise, some region may be totally different. Desert region of Rajasthan, Cherrapunji region of your Shillong, or sorry, Meghalaya. So the Meghalaya and Rajasthan is totally different in terms of physical aspects and in terms of the lifestyles as well, in terms of the economic development as well. So the region poses similar characteristic, at the same time sometimes it is totally different to each other. Now this is the concept of region. Understood? Likewise, sorry for interruption, just for a while. Just for a while, I will be continuing. There is some technical error, that's why I'm just trying to manage it. Just a second, students, I'm just trying to manage it. Okay, there is some errors, some problem arise. Just a second, I'm trying. Have patience, please. Just a second. Okay, I'm just trying. I will do that. Okay, hotkeys. Okay.